Hello there. This is Peter Belliani of Human Studios, and welcome to yet another episode of Making Comics and Art. What episode? I have no idea. I have work to do on on my YouTube channel, but that's not my problem at the moment. If you want to know a lot of what I got going on, check out the last live stream. This one's going to be a little different. I wanted to go over a few things. We'll get into the supplies and whatnot in a second. But first, so one of the books I'm working on is Designated. This is page 9. Page 8, 2 recent pages I finished off. And this is the final page, page 11, because I did it out of sequence, which is not always the case. Usually I do it in sequence, but since I got too many projects going on, I wasn't really concerned about that. But this is almost done, and I would love nothing better than to I'm meant to do one other thing. No, not you. This. Okay. See if I can improve the focus. Boop, boop, boop. Camera, yes. Okay. All right, here we go. We're good? We're good. Okay. So yeah, I would love nothing better than to just go in and finish off this page today. But more than likely that will be tomorrow. So here's the next project really that I'll be focused on. Let's see, this is page 3, this is page 5. Okay, so this is the last 2 pages penciled by Scott Shahey, unfortunately, who passed away. So I'm only inking 4 pages. So these, let's see, this is page 1, and then this was page 2. Boop, boop, boop. These were the first 2 pages. And you can tell that I really looked at these as breakdowns and really stylized the finishes. Really love this page. I take with it. A lot of fun. So I spent a lot of time on those 2 pages, and hopefully I won't be too rushed. Although I'm already running late, these will be the next 2. If you can tell, this is red, and this is slightly purplish. My printer, I don't know if it's the ink I'm getting or it needs cleaning. It was recommended to me. I got an Epson. What is it? An Epson Workforce 1720. That I should be cleaning the printing heads pretty much every time I use it. So I'm gonna be doing that. Let's see if I can get it back to normal. Stop giving me updates. No, thank you. But it maybe the ink as well. Who knows? But yeah, there's a lot of work to be done on these 2 pages, but it'll be fun. So yeah, these are the two projects that I plan to finish off. And here's my buddy Jay. Hey, Chief, I'm going to be here about 20 minutes or so, and then I have to go. Okay. Well, this should be not a very long one. But today I'm going to be focused on, I'm doing a test page for another book. So it's up in the air if I'm going to get it. But I watched a YouTube video with the writer, creator, artist, and I'm really excited about the potential of working on this project. If it happens, I'll let you know. If it doesn't happen, I'll still let you know. But right now, I'm keeping it in the dark. So what I want to go over today is, so this is the ink I've been using. So this is Black Star. I use this for brushwork. Then I have, this is filled with Higgins, maybe a little Pelican, two other inks I use, and I use that for quill work. This quill tip is shot. Yeah, I can't really. Hey, let's see. How did I do it? It's a little overused. You can't really see, but I gotta search my tools for a replacement for that. So I got these. So Isograph. These are all technical pens. This is one set, and this is another. This is my old set. This, it's a lot. It's really faded, but they used to be called Rapidiographs, and now it's Isograph. It's a little different in the point. The way it's set up in the tip. So that's why the difference between a Rapidograph and an Isograph. I like the name Rapidograph better, but anyway. Rapidographs are no longer being made, so it's all the new version. And Jay says, "How graphic!" That's right. So with the Rapidographs, what I loved is that you would just take out the old cartridge and pop in a new one. With these, which I have to go clean. I don't have my camera set up near my sink, unfortunately. But what you do is you pop this off, and then using this, you gurgle a little ink into the cartridge, and it gets really messy. At least I haven't figured out a system where it doesn't get messy. Even with the cartridge, it did so. Let's see if I can demonstrate that. So basically, you take the top off, and then you just unscrew that. Unscrew the little part that comes off. And then you get the tip. What you really want to do is you get tap. Usually when it starts beating up on the tip is an indication that it's low. Really what I like to do is you start getting ink all over the place, is clean it. But what you do is you take the back end of this, and it screws in, and yeah, let me go up a little further. Then you pop this off, and I like to clean that part of it. Yeah, let me get a napkin. Yeah, hang on a second. I'll be right back. This is the messy part of inking. But yeah, I like to really run water over it. But that's just from that part of it. It gets really messy. But I like to really clean the whole part of it. So what I'll be doing is going over to the sink to do all this. And I got to clean and refill all my cartridges, get a new quill tip, and even you can tell I cleaned it pretty good when I used the brush last, but it's still ink. Ink usually resides in the center of the brush, so I'll be cleaning that. But let's see. All right, so what I'm going to do here, it's been a while since I did this, so yeah, that's not what I want to do. Huh. Is that what it means? Science extra. Screen. Yes. No, not that. No. Oh man, it's been too long. All right. Anyway, it's been too long since I did all this jazz. Anyway, this is what I'm gonna do, which is cleaning all these and getting new ink into all my cartridges before I work today, and I'm gonna work on the test page. You know, there's a lot involved. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention, which is this. So yeah, this is the page I finished off yesterday. One of the things I do now is, because I'm not mailing out pages like I did in the old days, I'm scanning the page and then I put it into an art program. And it's disheartening because, you know, when I ink a page, I realize that it's shrunk down and it only winds up by 8.5 by 11, you know, much smaller than this. But when you look at it in an art program, it's much bigger, and you see all the little mistakes and things that aren't connected and things that have little white lines in the middle of it. And so I could spend a lot of time doing cleanup and whatnot. Like you see here, there's a smudge there, and then a little smudge there, and I'm cleaning all the dots off. Even when I scan the page, the glass can have little what do you call it? Little flecks on the glass or cat hairs or whatever, and I clean all that as well before sending it off. And maybe I don't catch everything. And considering that this is published black and white, I do want the page as clean as possible. So it's a lot more effort than I used to have. And he says, "I'm sorry to hear that. I don't like designated." what did I say? I'm still going to be working on designated. So yeah, there's a lot of cleanup, and because I sent Mark, because I send it to Mark and then he sends it to Abby, who's working on the putting the actual book together. And yeah, there's a lot more work I have than I used to, because I just used to mail out packages and let them worry about it. But you know, this is more nitty gritty. It's a lot of artists deal with this nowadays. You know, considering a lot more people are doing total digital work. They're already jumping in the art programs and doing all that jazz. Yeah, you know. Oh, so okay. Now I realize. So I'm not going to share it on screen, but I put into the description box a bunch of things. So we got the Kickstarter for The Last Sentinel, which went live not a couple days ago. The link is down below, and you can go support that. So that's a comic by Alison McLaughlin. If this, just my cat outside, which you probably didn't hear. So if this Kickstarter is successful, then that finances her next project, which I'm going to be inking. That will be published online 4 pages a week. So we really want this Kickstarter to be successful, so we can make that other project happen. So be aware of that. So Brett Cantrell, Apex Online, Apex Comics, I believe, has a project on Fund My Comic, which I put down in the description as well, and that's Fembat. The reason I put that there specifically is because I'm going to be inking 8 pages of that, and it's the story with Fembat, and it also has her origin. I might be inking the origin pages. I have to actually check with Brett, see if that's the case. But I will be inking 8 pages of that project and look forward to that. That project is already half funded, and we want to see it fully funded. So go check that out. These are very independent comics, and that's the heart and soul of the industry. So I definitely want to see these 2 projects funded. And you can also leave me a tip if you so are inclined. There's PayPal, paypal.me/Peter Vogliani. And you can leave any size tip from $1 to $100,000 if you got a couple extra pennies in your pocket. Or you can support me by becoming a patron. As soon as I gain control of my schedule, I'm going to be there much more and working on a project with my friend Jay called Nice Monster, which I have a lot of crazy ideas. We're co-writing that, and I'll be doing the art. And it's my intention to create it as like a movie is created, and what that means you'll have to find out. So there's all that. So let's see. Jay had some comment. So he said previously, I'm sorry to hear that. I like designated, and that it was disheartening. I don't know what that means. Anyway, moving on. I can't remember a Kickstarter password, or even if I have one. Passwords are so easy nowadays. Like, if you lose your old password, it's so easy to get a new one. It's not a problem for me. It's especially since like your browser saves your passwords if you let it. Back in the day, major problems trying to get into sites if you lost your password. But it should be easy, man. When I was looking at Kickstarter. My cat's meowing. You can't hear him, but he's at the window meow. So both The Last Sentinel and Fembat are currently live. So Last Sentinel is live for all this month. I believe it ends on December 1st, or maybe it's the 30th of November. But it's a full campaign. Fembat is currently live, and there's no end date, so it's live until it isn't. But I'm not sure if Fund My Comic has a store feature. Fund My Comic is a new crowdfunder, if you're not aware. And it tries to have as many features as the other ones do, so it might have a store feature. I'm not too up on that, but it's Shadowpunk. Welcome. So yeah, I just wanted to go over where I'm at on a few projects. And I'm buying for a third one today, and I got so many other projects going on. Kickstarter uses a weird image format. Yeah, they're all a little different and all a little. They each take time to learn. Backed Last Sentinel, of course, I was asking about Nice Monster. Oh, okay. Nice Monster will start as soon as I gain control of my other projects. That's where I stand. I love to post Allison's book, but I need JPEGs. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're trying to grab images from Kickstarter. I see. I'll have to. I thought it was easy to just grab a Kickstarter and then you have to put it into an art program and change it to a JPEG. I believe that's what I do. Because yeah, it is a different format if you just grab it off. Oh, I see. Uh, Jason, right? I was looking at Kickstarter. No, Nice Monster. It will be on my Patreon. It will be a Patreon exclusive, at least early on. Eventually, you know, I'll have enough pages, finished pages, to be published into a book, and then we'll see where that goes. You know, I'll probably offer it first to my patrons, of course, and then to everybody else. None of my programs can open it. Okay. I believe I use MS Paint, or I also use Medibang. My two go-tos. I have GIMP also. I don't think I use that. So yeah, I believe MS Paint. You may be on Mac if I remember. So yeah, if one art program doesn't do it, another art program does. But yeah, I didn't intend to go an hour today, just a half hour. So just wanted to give you a backstage look at what I have to go into, fixing my tools, cleaning my tools, re-inking my tools, and a couple of the programs I got going on. And yeah, for you to be aware of The Last Sentinel on Kickstarter and Fembat on Fund My Comic. Both I'll be sort of invested in, involved in. Allison with her next project. So we want this Kickstarter to 100% fund so that we can create the next project. And then with Brett's project, I'll be inking 8 pages of that one. And then about supports, you can throw me tips, or you can become a patron. And if you become a patron, I'll be working on Nice Monster with Jay, otherwise known as the Real Arcadian, who is this guy. But yeah, so I'll be around again. Hopefully tomorrow, if I'm not struggling with my schedule. I got shopping, I got cleaning, I got catness. I gotta let him in. My good buddy Rocket. I got meetings and calls and other things to take care of. But yeah, I hope you are making comics and art and are, you know, inspired and motivated to get your day started. I'll talk to you again soon. And until then, be kind to your neighbors and kind to the world.